Alrighty. Here we go. Take one. Showcasing the skin. Like I said, it looks interesting. Goku Black got a lot of skins already. And they're deciding to give him another one exclusively for Squadra Blast, even though he was kind of played the least. Well, not the least, but you know. I think he was only showcased for maybe like 1 or 2 matches. And then the rest was like Kid Buu. Oh, 17 got more screen time than Goku Black. But either way. Oh, I almost killed him. Either way. But yeah, Kid Buu is kind of a bit of a, it's a bit of a menace. It was 17. I need to do another video on 17 because the buffs that he got were pretty crazy. Granted, like Ultimate Gohan kind of has his time in the sun again. Whoa, what's happening over here?
Foolish mortal! Give me all you've got. Do not. Nice assist.
Yeah.
Consider this an honor.
I'll go down low.
That was also happening a lot. There was a lot of ganking happening in Squadra Blast. It was pretty interesting to see. Like the tech was pretty much running around the entire map.
Ready? Your judgment is not. I'd say we make quite the team. I nearly lent you a hand. It's still not enough.
Very nice.
Over here. Goku, I want to see more of you in action.
I'll go up top.
But either way, like I guess there's just other characters that help out more, and especially in the tournament setting.
Don't get carried away. With this power, I can go even further beyond. Anything to please you, Lord. Step aside.
Yeah. Oh, he did get him. Nice.
Changing position.
It's time. This should be interesting.
As expected.
Yeah, they didn't even rotate. But he had his own uses, but the thing is, like, his grasp, his skill 3 is very inconsistent. So, and plus you can vanish out of it. So, like, it's always gonna have that little underlying, you know, I don't know. This is gonna be a little bit underwhelming, I should think, is the best way to describe it. Yeah, see, like, they can just vanish out of it, and there's nothing really can really do about it.
Now that's more like it. Over there. How about this? One less piece on the board. Enemy spotted.
Let me back up a little bit. By the way, I did see also a lot of people, like, I guess kind of complaining that they're not gonna get that skin. See, like, they could just vanish out of it. You can grab them, but they can just vanish.
Nice assist.
Plus, like, and his range isn't the best either.
Beyond.
His ult is really good. I will say that. His ult is very good.
I'll go up top.
A powerful foe has appeared.
He's very good for team fights, but again, he has his limits, and plus... Oh god.
Too, aren't you? You better make this at least a little fun for me. For the sake of my as expected.
Good night.
How could this happen to me? Looking good.
I'll put it to good use.
Even greater.
His skill 1 is, even though it's not the biggest, the no vanish is pretty nice. Like, if they want to make him better, I would say they do need to work with his grasp a little bit, because that's, I think, is definitely his weakest point. And I do like what they did with Gohan and... Oh god, here we go. I see why he's good again. Just because even though, like, there's people like Jiren and there's other more characters that are getting, like, this unstoppable, like, buff in their kit, but pretty much those that have, like, a good amount of AoE effects are usually going to be meta. We've seen it with, like, tanks especially. And tanks that can just survive are just insane. Oh god. Why are they all up here? Alright. What is my cell doing? Interesting. He didn't even get a hit. Oh my lord.
This is only the beginning.
Let's go to did so much.
The closer my power draws to perfection.
Demonstrate the meaning of pure love.
And plus, it's kind of interesting to see the road that they did with Goku Black, because he's not all about damage. He's a good, like, he does a good amount of debuffing.
This is bad. Keep this up. It's far too early to fall. To think I would show such disgrace. Here goes. Take this.
Oh, and I dodge it just in time.
Proud warrior race. Pathetic. You mortal son the artifacts of the gods.
Not gonna lose to another Saiyan.
I'm far from finished.
Are you trying to get killed?
They already surrendered. Bro, we can't even play a full game. Come on now. I can't even finish my story.
Is that all?
She looks so weird with the hat on.
Just that.
It looks so weird. It's hard to take it serious. I'll give it to my Beerus. Like, he's not meant to do the most damage in the game, but the debuffs would help out a lot. Because there aren't too many characters, especially tech. Even for techs, there aren't too many that actually do focus on debuffing.
Mortals must be eradicated. Let us begin.
Let us begin.
What do you say?
But anyways, I think I'll pretty much quit yapping about Goku Black himself, but overall,
It is I who will save this world.
I do want to be able to kind of give my thoughts and,
Show me this so-called
I guess, slash reaction to the whole Squadra Blast thing and the exact, like, the format and how everything went down. But of course, I think overall, just to kind of start it, I think for the first tournament, like official LAN offline tournament for a kind of game like this, I think it went overall pretty well. I will, you know, it's hard to not compare it to other official venues or official tournaments that were done by, like, other companies. Like, you know, you got other esports that of course have a bigger budget, are more professional, and you know, have official organizations instead of just, you know, oh, it's a group of friends kind of just, oh look, we're good at the game together, you know. But because I think this game has some pretty decent humble like beginnings, but the fact that they were able to accommodate 4 different teams from 4 different, you know, regions into going into meeting just to play for like a 1-day tournament is pretty good. Like with their flights and everything, I don't know all the details of course, but I do know that their flights were accommodated. They had a hotel, they had the venue and all this, but I think it was overall organized pretty well. I'd say those are the high points. The kind of the midpoint, I would say, is more along the lines of how the tournament was formatted. Yeah, I'd say the mid and low points, I'd say, is more the format and maybe, I guess, the balancing. But granted, with it being a MOBA, it's gonna be pretty difficult to kind of get that perfect balance, in which there will never, ever be that perfect balance where everyone's happy and everything is meant to be the way it is. But he's up here. Why did he come back up here? Because I mean, the games are overall very short. This is probably like one of the shorter MOBAs that I've seen. I haven't played too many, but I am familiar with like League. League and Deadlock, and you know, I haven't really seen much of Dota or Smite, but I am aware of like how serious they can be. And I think this is a overall decent start as to the potential of what this game could have, because I think a lot of people did have a good amount of... Oh my god, I just got destroyed. I think a lot of people, the thing is, had a good amount of expectations, especially coming for a Dragon Ball game, when Dragon Ball games haven't been known to be the most serious games, which I think the most serious Dragon Ball game is probably, I would think, Fighters, especially in the most modern era. But the fact that, like, even as a mobile player, I would think it's still pretty decent. And I saw a good amount of variety of like inputs too. Like, it wasn't all controller players, it wasn't all, you know, PC players just in the tournament dominating. I'm glad that something like that didn't really play into a factor, especially when it comes to other games that are going on right now with the esports scene. Alright. But I would say, like, overall, I would say the biggest thing that they can learn from overall is just the formatting and how they can introduce like a better variety or a better system to implement variety. Like, I mean that in like character picks, because it was pretty much, if you didn't really see the tournament, it was pretty much a Goku and a Goku, Bulma, and a Bardock show, pretty much. I think they were picked. I think Goku was picked every single game in the tournament. And after that, it was like between Bardock and Bulma for tanks. Like, they made it a point to allow pretty much every character that had been introduced during the season. But that doesn't really matter if the character isn't going to be as useful as others. So I don't know. I think the whole ban system is a good way to start it. but I think they need to expand on it. They need to be able to be a little bit more open or more adaptive to more... Oh, there we go. Adapted to different situations or like different styles of tournaments. If they want to do this like later on. That was close. I need some help here. I don't know why they're all up here. See, like, he's just running. I can't... I don't know. It's so weird. The interactions are so weird with this grab. I need to go for tower now. Like, if we're not really... What is happening?
Oh no! They broke through your god of destruction! You wanna fight?
There we go.
You broke through their god of destruction! Farewell, god of destruction! As expected! Looking good! Nice job!
I'm gonna go back door.
God of destruction! This is bad. I'm being attacked here. Oh no! They broke through your god of destruction.
I also think pretty much every team that was in the tournament played really well. It is kind of like, granted, like only one team can win in this situation, but I think overall everyone kind of had a good like first impression of the whole tournament, especially the players. Like I don't think really the players had much to complain about. Because I mean overall it's like it's all in good fun regardless. Like I think people online that didn't go or weren't invited, whatever, have more criticism than the people actually participating in the tournament, which is like kind of funny. I mean, I'm also glad it wasn't one-sided. Like every team lost at some point. All 4 teams lost. And so there wasn't just a one definitive like, oh, stomp, this team just got destroyed.
It's far too early to fall. I don't need your kindness.
Right. What is he doing? He took my kill.
Nice job. You broke through their god of destruction. All who stand in my way shall perish. Stay alert. Stay alert.
I'm gonna go get a max burst.
I'll take you down. As expected.
Nice. I'm just dead. They actually gave it up. That's crazy. But anyways, like, overall, I think my biggest criticism is hopefully they can update the format of the tournament. Especially, like, I get they wanted to milk the tournament overall just so people can get the drop. Because 5 hours is a lot. Like, I don't know if they had, like, a predetermined determined time of how long they wanted the tournament to be, but like 5 hours is a good amount. Oh, did I just stop her? What was that? 5 hours is a lot just for like one drop. I don't know. I gotta go helmet journey.
Behold, the anger of the gods! I appreciate your help. I merely lent you a hand. Stand down like a...
Oh boy. I got iframes. That's a surrender. But like I said, I did have fun watching it. The breaks were a little bit weird. Like, it was kind of crazy, the fact that they had to delay so many games and so many like intermissions. But either way, I think if they do decide to do another tournament, I feel like they kind of could include more people, or at least even the live venue. Especially if they hold tournaments in Japan, like there's a good amount of esports and venues that have them in there and in that region, and there's a lot of people that do go to them. So I think if anything, like a full live crowd would definitely make the experience like pretty much as best as it could have been. But like I said, those are kind of just my overall thoughts of the whole Squadra Blast finals. It was very interesting to watch, very fun, I think. For like a casual viewer, because it's kind of fun seeing certain characters, but also like if more people want to get into the game, I think there does need to be a way to add more variety of characters, so that way like more outside audiences can be intrigued with the game, if that makes sense. But either way, like I said, pretty fun. I'm glad they did this, and I hope that they're able to do something like this again, maybe next year, because we'll see what they have for the next anniversary, for the anniversary in a few days here. So yeah, we'll see.